white boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Aries Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel. And I'm ready to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. Now, we got a lot of planets in Gemini right now, but I want to specifically talk about Venus being in retrograde right now in Gemini. Because here's the thing. We got Neptune in motherfucking Pisces. So this causes a square right now. So each alignment creates a certain energy right now. So they be sitting back doing their shadow government shit to control certain events. Because they've been seeing certain things play out throughout the years. And if you don't care about this shit, you don't care about astrology, astronomy, spirituality, or how, or getting in depth, right? Then for the most part, you're going to get some exoteric energy or some shit, not the esoteric energy. And therefore, you could be utilized as a motherfucking vessel for them to still carry out their duties and obligations. So keep that in mind also. So, by them trying to keep track of everything, this is what they're doing as far as all the alignments. They really getting ready to do it with the sun and Mars. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all already see Donald Trump. Didn't I tell y'all before it even happened that they was going to have, go to war on your spirituality? Now it's a reverse psychology thing, right? Now Trump wants you to feel like your faith and your religion is more important right now. So if he's the one making you feel like that, there you go again. Another Republican Party type of campaign going on. So look, check this out. With Venus being in retrograde, look, every time we dealing with the outer planets, this is like receiving some outer energy. So if you're not really tapped into astrology or understand how to receive influences from it anyway, you won't even know what the shadow government is doing, because they're doing a Saturn-centric model, and they're trying to utilize Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus for higher aspects to exalt themselves into other realms and things of that nature. So when we got anytime we have an alignment with the outer planets, angling the inner planets that's underneath Saturn, since they're doing Saturn-centric model, they're correlating their calendars and structures based upon Saturn and how we're following Saturn. So each little planetary alignment within Saturn basically builds our realm of reality, and Saturn constructs the whole time. It's like the all-seeing eye, right? So for the most part, here's the thing. Due to the fact that Venus is in retrograde and it's in Gemini, it's squaring Neptune being in Pisces. So for the most part, they're going to try to change the way we have been expressing and receiving love. They're also going to try to change how we used to see it and make us feel like the way we used to participate in love don't really make sense anymore. And they're going to come up with all kind of logic, communication, rationality, and new ways and new apps and new phone type of gadgets to make how we used to participate in love the thing of the past and make you not miss it either. So keep that in mind also. So you think you're getting something that's sweet, but it's really rocking you to sleep. And that's how they've been doing things. That's how they've been doing that. So keep that in mind. Now here's the thing, right? They're going to, since it's Neptune, they're going to utilize imagination, imagery, initiation things. So things how you get initiated when you talk about imagination and things of that nature. So for the most part, this is us. They're probably going to put new movies in front of our face, new shows, new kind of apps, and new type of things to make us think logically different about how we've been expressing and receiving love and appreciation of value and relatability, and how we've been compromising with each other. So they're going to war on relationships also right now. There's going to be a whole new way of relationships. It's almost to the point that they almost got me feeling like this little quarantine shit. They're doing a lot of shit like operational variables, like putting it to test. And it's almost like they put you into a situation to do something that they act like they don't want you to do, but behind closed doors, they really do want you to do that, because if you do it, it would allow them to take one of your amendment rights away, or allow them to do things that's not regular. For an example, right? Think about the little toilet paper phase. It's almost like everybody was roasting people going to the grocery store. I mean, not grocery store, what the fuck I'm talking about? I'm driving y'all. But going to the convenience store and shit like that, right? To go get toilet paper. People was like, how's that gonna fight coronavirus? But here's the thing. I'm starting to think that was a seed planted in people's head, because to let people know that you was gonna be in the house anyway. So once you be in the house, there was gonna be a circumstance where you can't go out to the store. So everybody who done stocked up on toilet paper kind of like still did good, and it didn't have nothing to do with coronavirus. Yet all the new agers, conscious community, and the truth seekers spoke about it as if it was dumb, not knowing that they're playing another side of the seed that the shadow government is all playing. It's like, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Almost to the point that the reason why I said that, because once we start to get into like every election season, how they be taking things over, that got me into thinking like the baby booming time. And the baby booming, this is before my time, but that's like people who went to war and shit like that, like your grandparents who went to war and shit like that were our grandparents. And then for the most part, our parents is fucked up. Our parents don't have the know-how. And then if you part of Generation X, I mean not Generation X, but Generation Z and shit like that, then for the most part, you kind of come up fucked up a little bit and things of that nature. But here's the thing, right? It's like we're going through another one of those cycles right now, because they having everybody in the house with the quarantine shit, but at the same time, right, that nobody got nothing else to do but fuck and have kids, right? And then now they got all this type of war on shit, aka they killing your babies. It ain't no coronavirus and all these different symptoms and shit like that. It's this, they're naming every symptom in the world that we've been having for years, so you could come get treated for coronavirus and then get killed. Otherwise, we'll have coronavirus done itself. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, they almost want everybody to have kids just for that to make, just for them to make it that an excuse for some other kind of shit. Same way, utilizing sun, they're utilizing a justice card with the sun squaring Mars also, with Mars being in goddamn Pisces and the sun being in Gemini. So they're going to justice on spirituality in a logical way, because Mars is in Pisces, so we're passionate about spirituality. That was going to be inevitable. We also was going to come up with more logical ways to do that, inevitably. But for the most part, they're trying to get control over that shit. So they're doing reverse psychology for votes and shit like that right now. And then it's still like it's still like operational programming, because I mean social engineering, operational variable, and programming. Because it's almost like I feel like they utilizing us coming out, or the governor of each city allowing to open back up, they're utilizing that as an excuse to bring the second wave. You know what I'm saying? The second wave of this coronavirus. Like, the coronavirus itself ain't doing anything. That don't even exist. But it's almost like the tactics that they're doing, they're using that for an excuse to point at. Every time we see somebody on the news who the governor opened up after Trump said they can, it's like all of it is for you to get on the Republican or the Democratic side. And I'm about to say, don't get lost into none of that goddamn shit, for real though, because for the most part, ain't none of these news reporters going to take responsibility for the bullshit that they're kicking out every day to have people in fear. They're going to have to start taking the responsibility. That's how I'm starting to feel. You guys going to have to start taking responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, we're going to be lost. But yeah, Flight Boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind I'm in Terry's Mill. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities.